Shartimus, Ron, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits, Shartimus, subscribe, the man has really big feet, he's got big toes. Hey, what's up you guys, Shartimus Prime here doing another Transformers figure review on the Transformers Generations Voyager class Sky Byte. If you're trying to get this figure, you can order it at Big Bad Toy Store. Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. So this figure's looking pretty cool. We get another Predacon over here, Predacon logo right up there, Thrilling 30 right down there, and then the image continues off to the side, and on the back we have both modes. There's a bio on Sky Byte. If you want to read it, go ahead, pause it now. We got some tech specs. You want to read those? Pause it now. And then here's the side of the packaging, another Predacon symbol. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here's Sky Byte out of the packaging, and I don't know, man. I can't say I'm super stoked for this figure. I think it's okay. I think overall, I don't know, something's going on with the quality over at Hasbro. It's just kind of getting a little bit weird. There's some gripes that I have with the figure, but you know, there's a lot of things about it that do look pretty cool. He does have this firing arm right over here, so this fires, and you can hit the button like that. Boom. Oh, okay, it didn't go off right. Let's try it again. Boom. Okay, well that shoots like crap. It shot like, okay, there it goes. Alright, so yeah. And this has this weird kind of corkscrew thing going on, which I don't really see how that's supposed to hurt somebody if they get hit with it, but okay. These panels, you know, this is a little weird because there's different images of these panels set up in different ways. Like for instance on the instructions, I believe it's set up in a way where they're just, you know, leaning all the way up, kind of, I don't know, and it looks a little weird like that. And then on the back of the packaging, they're facing downwards, so you can just do whatever you want with them, but I actually prefer them like this more than anything else. I think the head sculpt actually looks really cool. I like the teeth on here. He has these really dark red eyes, which you can barely see, but yep, they're there. Very dark. I like the silver paint added right over there. It gets a little splotchy. Then there's some actual leftover silver like on the top over here on this blue section. Then he has his fin right over there. Yummy. Oh, I love shark fin soup. No, I feel terrible saying that, but actually, no, I do like shark fin soup. But anyway, here's the back of it over here. He has these shoulders over here, which I think look a little on the strange side, just the way they stick out over here. It looks a little weird. I don't know, but you know, you get some sculpted lines in there and whatnot. These are supposed to be sticking out over here, which kind of easily fall right back in, so that's a little frustrating. Then you have this whole piece, you get that Predacon logo right there on the tip of the nose that, you know, flips out. There's the shark head. This piece is a little weird because, you know, his face kind of gets buried by this shark face over here, and, you know, I tend to try to pop it out, but then seeing this little space of air right there is, I don't know, a little bothersome. You get some nice detail right here on the arms, even though this is kind of hollow, and then he has some nice hands right here, or it's just the one hand. This other hand is, you know, his launcher tail kind of thing, you know. Kind of looks alright, you know, nothing to really complain about. Get some gold paint on it. And it spins, yay! On this waist section and the top part of the legs look pretty cool to me, but I really don't like how it looks right here from the knees down. I think that looks strange. I don't really like this much at all. It's just really thin. It looks like there's barely anything there. This doesn't clip closed or anything like that. You can't like snap it shut, and I don't know. And I think the feet are really weird and big and clunky. Here's a look at the back of Sky Byte, so looking even more empty. Now the articulation is just a little disappointing, similar disappointment that I had with Roadbuster. Anyways, head rotates side to side. You can get him to look up only because of this transformation over here, but it doesn't hinge upward right there on the ball joint or anything. He has shoulders that move outward. You can rotate them forward. He has a bicep swivel over here, or it's an above the elbow swivel, and he bends 90 degrees at the elbow. And then he does the same thing on this side over here. The wrists move in and out, and he does have thumb articulation over here, so that's kind of neat. He has no waist swivel though. That's a bit disappointing. His hips move outward, they kick forward. He has an upper thigh swivel. He bends at the knee. Guess you want to move this flap out, he could bend all the way in like that, so that's not too bad. Ankles move down, up, and no ankle pivot. Wah, wah. So to the top of the fin of his head, Sky Byte's over 8 inches tall. And here's Sky Byte compared to Generations Voyager class Roadbuster. And here's Sky Byte compared to my Beast Wars Transmetal's Cyber Shark, which is almost the same exact character. The transformations on these figures are almost the same, really, but you can tell this guy's much larger and everything. But this guy's a Maximal, this guy's a Predacon. Other than that, I don't know too much about either of the characters, as neither of them showed up in the show. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So it feels like the transformation on this guy's a little complex, but we'll get through it. Will you take us away, Bumblebee? Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to take the shark head and we're gonna detach that and move that downward over here, and then we're gonna take his robot head and tilt that back like so, and then we're gonna flip this nose piece going forward. That rotates all the way around, and then we're gonna take these fins on his shoulders, move those inward, and then we're gonna rotate his arm outward and then spin it towards you, and then do the same thing on this side over here, and then tuck in his hand, and we'll open this up and then tuck in his hand, and then we're going to rotate this around, and then this is going to collapse inward. Oh, rotate the other way and then collapse inward like that, and then these these wings, or they're not his wings, but we're going to fold that out over there. Tilt the head back down a little bit, and then he has these hinges right here at his shoulders, and that's gonna oh wait, we gotta get this turned in, and then it's gonna, so these fin parts that we tucked in are gonna be facing upward. That's basically what you're going for. And do the same thing on this side over here, and get that rotated correctly, and then shift that in. There that goes. Then there's this notch right here on the back of the tail, and that's where this little round piece goes into that right there. So that all kind of goes in nicely once you get most of the, and then there goes his little the duck thingy just shot out. And then the head is actually supposed to be rotated the other way. Forgot to do that, but yeah, you want him facing his tail so that the fin over here is facing the right direction. So this section right here, this is actually the bottom lip of the shark, and then get his toes pointing downward, and then we're going to collapse this in and down. So those main flaps are going to tilt all the way back. So now we have some clearance as far as getting this all situated. And I always get a little stumped on this part, but I think this is actually doing it right. Yeah, so it has a hinge right here, hinge right over here, and it collapses downward like that. And these feet are going to come together. There's actually a tab right over here that plugs into the other foot, so that's going to go in nicely. And then of course the bottom of the mouth actually all tabs in together, and you're going to swing this head up and down so that connects like so. And that's not totally tabbed together. That's actually the trickiest part for this figure. I'm rotating the fins right over here on the side, is getting everything locked in and getting everything flush, because the shark has an arc to it, his torso or his body has an arc to it, so getting that all situated is a little tricky. But for the most part, that is the transformation. I just really have to make sure everything's tabbed in nicely. Then you want to make sure that these fins are facing downward, or else you're not going to be able to tab in everything into place correctly. So let's get a 360 of Skybite over here in his shark mode, which looks very cool. I think this is overall a very, very clean beast mode. I like it quite a bit, and he's on a stand. That is awesome. So he does come with this peg hole right over here. He's got a little culito right there, and you just plug a Tamashii Nation stand or a Figma stand in there, and it'll stay just fine. I tried using the Mafex stand and a Marvel Legends clear stand, and neither of those worked. Only Tamashii Nations and Figma will work for this. We get this teal color for the top of his head, and I like how we have silver over the gray right here, and then we have his white teeth, which looks very nice. I think this came out looking very, very cool, especially when you look at it dead on like that. And also on this side, you can see the silver coming in, fading into yellow over here. There's a lot of nice detail on this figure, though. I really like all these little mechanic pieces and everything. It's almost a transmetal kind of look. It's like a very bright goldish yellow color right over there on the side. The tail looks pretty good, as we'd seen earlier. I think overall, though, this is pretty nice. It's just tabbing everything in sometimes is a bit tricky. Now here's looking at the top of it. You can see all the nice sculpted detail in here. I think the paint came out very clean too. So I'm really digging this. This actually looks very cool. My biggest complaint though about this mode is I don't like how this is kind of got this dent going in right here. I really felt like these were supposed to connect, so it's kind of frustrating, but not really a big deal. And this guy doesn't really have much articulation. The jaw can move up and down, which is good. It's a good thing that he has jaw articulation. He does have these teeth right here. And then his fins on this side can move up and down just a little bit. Then of course you get that spin-in function once again right there with the tail, and you can just rotate it if you want to. And you can move these fins back here in and out. And Skybite measures to be about 8 inches across. Here's Skybite compared to Cyber Shark, and it looks like Cyber Shark is actually the larger shark out of the two. And I am aware of the RID Skybite. I think it's kind of cool how this figure looks, but I think this is just a lot more compact and looks better overall. I'm not a huge fan of the robot mode of this figure, but I really do like the shark mode a lot. And it's especially awesome that you can put him on a clear stand. I love that. That is just too cool. I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and check out tformers.com for a photo gallery of images from this review and the latest in Transformers news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Gave it a spark. Welcome to Articulated Comic Book Art.
spinning duck wing, spinning, spinning, spinning duck wing.